What's poppin', my kings, queens, and my Billie Jeans? It's your girl. We're in the shop today. It has been so freaking nice the last few days. Like, I swear, there's a whole foot of snow melted. It sounds like spring. It smells like spring. I even started some seeds. I was thinking this year, because I have so many fucking seeds, I'm going to sell seeds and saplings or sprouts or whatever this season for the garden. So, um, very excited for that. We saved all of our marigold seeds last year, and I've got a giant mason jar full. So, if you need marigolds for your garden, here's your girl up. But anyway, it's been so nice that I was able to come out here and get it cleaned up, because unfortunately it is my mudroom, and over the winter it was storage and it's cold. So since it's been nice though, I got it cleaned out, cleaned up, and we're here today. We're here today to talk about another hard lesson I've had to learn. And it really fucking sucks. And I'm sure if you're not in this situation, or you are in this situation or have been in this situation, I guess, you'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And it's not everybody can come with you. Into that. Check out what I scored at the Amazon store, like the bargain spins place that's here. Right? Right? I was so fucking excited to see that for like $5. Perfect. Not everyone can come with you. As much as you fucking want them to, as much as you want them to be with you to the end, you can't take everybody with you. I mean, these are all life lessons that I've learned. And I know I say they're all hard, but I think this one, when I really think about it, like, this one takes the cake. Um, takes the cake. There comes a point in our lives, when we grow, or through like a spiritual awakening, when you realize that, um, not only people but places and habits, they just don't fit the next season of your life. And I mean, like, that's okay. It just fucking sucks. When I had my spiritual awakening, or whatever you want to call it, I had to let go of a lot of people, jobs, routines, habits, the places that I liked going to. I had to stop, because it just didn't align. It didn't feel right. It made me feel gross, like I was betraying myself. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because, like, I never had a spiritual awakening. I really did. I really didn't think I had one, because it wasn't magical or mystical, or, some crazy experience. And I was, not gonna lie, kind of jealous of my friends who told me about these magical experiences they had. And I'm like, I didn't even have one. But I did, just in a very different way. So I want to talk about that. just for a minute, because you could be going through your own awakening and not even realizing it. So I don't really remember how it started. It started gradually, and it started with my job. I worked for the cult for a very, very long time, 10 years of my life, a whole fucking decade. And then I just started to be like, I really don't want to go to work today. I don't want to. And that was new for me because I fucking loved my job. Loved my job. So that was very new to me that I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be there. I called in sick so much. And that was not normal for me either. And then it turned into like the intrusive thoughts that I talked about, where it's like, what can I do to hurt myself today? I wonder how much this would fucking hurt, and would it be worth it? Right? Like, I was starting to get those thoughts. So then I took a stress leave. And I realized very quickly that I couldn't do that job anymore. So I messaged my boss and I simply said, I'm sorry, I can't do this. It's not good for my mental health. Thank you for everything. Blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure I was replaced like 3 days later. 10 years of my life to be replaced in 3 days. And I get it's business. It's business. I fucking get it. But it was very much an eye opener. So after that, it was just little things like I got sober. I got fucking sober. I quit smoking. I stopped going to the bars. I stopped going to the parties. I stopped hanging out with people that I knew were bad influences. I knew there was something changing in me, and I had to let go of the old parts of me. But it fucking sucked, man. And then COVID hit. I ran through a string of jobs until, I wouldn't even call it running through a string of jobs. I would just call it like branches on my fucking skill tree. Because of that situation, I've got all kinds of fucking skills now. And then COVID hit. And I know for a lot of folks, myself included, it was really hard. But at the same time, it was probably one of the best things that could have happened to me. Being forced to stay home, being forced to actually look at my actions and my habits and my behaviors. I learned so many other new skills. I could fucking bake like a champion now. It basically started this whole journey of learning how to preserve and make jam. And I've always had a garden, but then we got serious into the garden and all of that stuff. And then going back to school and going back to school again and taking courses online and yada, yada, yada. A bunch of good things happened. But at the same time, it really fucking sucked. Because as these things were happening and everything with the outside world happening, I couldn't hang out with these people anyway, legally. But at the same time, I didn't want to. I didn't want to. So sometimes your spiritual awakening isn't a big mystical experience that happens in a field under the full moon in a clear sky with shooting stars. I pulled that shit out of my ass there. Sometimes it's just as subtle as, you know what? I can't do the 9 to 5. I can't hang out with these people. There's something different in me. Like my whole life, I felt like, well, not my whole life, that whole period, I felt like I was an alien in my fucking life. The things I was thinking and the ways my eyes were opening up and the awareness I was getting and the awareness and the record, like, I don't fucking know. It's like I really became the observer, and just watching people. I don't fucking know. It's weird. It's weird. But once you become aware, you can't unaware. You cannot unaware. There's a sense of loneliness and almost betrayal you feel when you got to leave people behind. Like there's no hate or resentment or like it's not to be mean, it's not to be anything except to give yourself space to grow, to find you. Cuz we can all think of somebody that if we would have stayed with them, we'd be in a way shittier situation. I can think of it like a whole fucking handful. If I would have stayed with this person, friendship, otherwise, coworker, job, boss, I'd be in a way shittier situation. Like, we all got that buddy that gets blacked out drunk and high every weekend. But if you would have made that choice to stick with that and doing that every weekend, instead of making the choice to better yourself, you'd still be with them. Like the saying says, like, where there's four, there will be five. One of my favorite ones. If there's four, there will be five. You are the company you keep for the trash. Some folks are are meant to stay in your past. They're just meant to stay there in your old garden. They're meant to stay there because they show you, like I said in the last one, like they show you what happens. That buddy that gets blacked out drunk every weekend, he shows you what happens. Some folks, they just never change. They just never fucking change. They weren't meant to come with you anyway. They're like the season or lesson, whatever. But sometimes the hardest part isn't even letting them go. It's realizing you've been holding on to people or habits or jobs for comfort or nostalgia or fear or history. I've spent so long with this person. I've been with this person forever, like, especially if you got a trauma bond, especially if you got a trauma bond. But it's hard, like, when they were your A1 from day one, or your ride or die, or sister from another mister, or brother from another, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's hard to let those fucking people go, man. Some of those people know the deepest, darkest parts of you, and that's scary. And that's scary. I've touched on sharing my deepest, darkest secrets with people, and then having to let go or, leave them behind or whatever, separate ways, and have all that shit floating in the air. So I get it. It's very fearful, especially when you know people are petty and spiteful. And when you see their true colors and how they treat other people, you know you're next. Don't feel bad. Don't feel any fucking type of way. If you got to quit that fucking job, if you've got to drop that group of friends, if you've got to leave that spouse, if you've got to get sober, if you've got to do all of those fucking things, then do it. Then do it. I swear these are life lessons of, the bitch in her late 30s. No attachment. Those two words mean so much more now for me than they ever have. I have no attachment. No attachment. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. We're all busy. We all have lives. We all have shit that's going on. We all have X, Y, and Z. Having no attachment to the outcome of things is very freeing. Takes a lot of stress off. The anxiety goes down. Like, it is what it is. Never made more fucking sense either. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Drop them people. Drop that job. Think of yourself in like a year from now, a year from this video. If you're still hanging with the people that you're hanging with or doing what you're doing with whatever, and a year from now, you'll be in the exact same spot watching a different video on how to do shit differently. I was one of them people. Trust me, I'm not lying about it. I was one of them people. A year is going to come anyway. Don't hold yourself back because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. Um, Basically, what it comes down to is hurting somebody's feelings. Fuck their feelings. The mantra, fuck your feelings. I am important. Mine are important. You cannot come with me if you're not going to want to even change your life. Like, it's one thing if you're still doing your shit, but you're fucking trying and you're, that's one thing. They can't come with you if you want to go the places that you want to go. If you want the body that you want, the mind that you want, the job that you want, the spouse that you want, the friends that you want, the career, the whatever the fuck it is that you want, you gotta let go of the baggage. Bag lady. Erica Badu, that song never made more sense. All right, story time. I'm gonna tell you about when I realized, like really realized, when it basically smacked me in the face that people can't come with you. So this one sunny day, I decided to take a walk to the park. A magical walk to the park. Drank a cup of tea. It was lovely. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping. I felt like a Disney fucking princess. My headphones in, dancing the whole way. I walked to the park. And I come up the trail, and when you come to the top, there's a waterfall. If you've ever been to Victoria Park, there's a waterfall. And then there's a pool of water and a few rocks. So I come up the path, and here is my girlfriend meditating on this fucking rock by the waterfall, looking like a fucking water goddess. It was the most magical thing. There was water spraying, it was sparkly. We were looking at the spider webs that were just, it was fucking magical. So I sat with her for a bit. We did a meditation together, and then I was on my way. So after the first waterfall, there's a set of stairs to go up to the second one. So I start climbing the stairs. And remember, I'm having some magical tea, so I'm deep in my thoughts. And I'm climbing these stairs, and it hits me like, not everybody can come with you. There's going to have to be a point in your life where you're going to have to leave people and continue to climb. And it was nothing against her, so don't get that fucking twisted. It was the symbolism of her. The symbolism of her sitting down there as I was climbing the stairs. And I was almost like shedding parts of me. But climbing the stairs, it was that moment when it smacked me that people can't come with you. You have to leave people below as you climb to your goals, your dreams, your whatever it is. This was a couple summers ago. That was a very magical experience. I had a lot of realizations and downloads that day. I wrote a poem about how I was just like this tree I was looking at, the lone tree. I'll have to find it and read it to you. But yeah, I had a great conversation with the lone tree. We're very much alike. Oh, but yeah, that was my slap in the face about people can't come with you. It was a beautiful moment, but at the same time, a very sad and crushing moment. Very sad and crushing because then I started thinking of all the people. It's like, I love this person. I don't love their lifestyle. I don't like their habits. I don't like how they treat people. I don't like their worth ethic or lack thereof. I don't like this doesn't align with me. A whole list of fucking people that I was like, y'all aren't good for me. And that fucking sucks. I should have just named this fucking channel That Fucking Sucks. I really should have. No, tipping the scales. I love that. Think about your life right now. Like, which people, places, routines, habits are you trying to drag along with you, even though they're holding you back, even though you're watering dead plants? Self respect. See how it all ties together? Not everybody can come with you, and the sooner you accept that, the lighter and easier your path becomes. It's like breathing, like it takes the load off of your shoulders. Letting go of attachment becomes easier because it's like, huh. And like, it doesn't mean forever. Just let me clarify that. It doesn't mean forever. It's just for this moment or chapter. Like, we all grow at different rates, at different speeds. We're all different seeds. Can't even say some of us are weeds though, because if you know, you know. The weeds ain't your enemies, and I love me some dandelions and plantain. The people who can't come with you, they're not like your enemies or bad people or anything like that. They just don't align with the next level of you. They just don't align. And that's okay. It is okay to outgrow people. It is okay to change your fucking mind. I changed my mind so much. So much. I've done so many different things. I've tried so many different things, and I ain't even ashamed of that. Some things worked out, some things didn't. But guess what? I got all kinds of skills on my tree. That's the way I look at it. Nothing's a waste. Eventually, it all circles back. And if these people or well, mostly people because places and jobs, they don't really change. But it all circles back. So eventually, if those people are really, just slow starting seeds or just growing at their own different rate, they will circle back. They will circle back. And the ones who don't, well, they don't. Like they say, what's meant to be will be. What goes around comes around. No, if you let it go and it comes back, it's whatever the fuck they say. I think I'll end it there. That's really all my soul wanted to talk about today. It's not as fiery as the last episode, but just a lot of truth talking, shit that needed to be said, I guess. Stories that needed to be told. I hope this one inspired you, though. Like, to really look at the people, places, habits, the things that you're dragging with you. I hope this inspired you to take a look at that and to have the courage to do it, to take action. Even if you're scared, do it scared. Not everybody can come with you. And if you needed to hear that, this one's for you. I know I needed to hear that. Well, keep growing, keep shining, keep tipping the scales in your favor. Peace, love, and wubs. I'll see you on the next one.